bunched up, so that's part of it.
Good evening and welcome to this year's airing of the 2025 Christmas Parade here in Clinton. My name's Tim Shelton. I'm the Register of Deeds here in Anderson County.
And I'm Jeff Coe, your Anderson County Clerk. Happy to be back, Tim. It's another year of the Christmas Parade, and it's always exciting to be here.
It is, and we have a special guest with us tonight, Dallas Cole.
Hello, everybody. Most of y'all have probably seen me during the football and basketball games we do, so happy to be here tonight as well.
Well, we're glad you're with us. We expect you to do most of the talking tonight.
Yeah.
So, but no, we are excited to be with you. We're excited to be invited into your home to join in and celebrate this time of year, and also to enjoy the parade together. But this year it's a little different. Obviously, the routes changed a little bit, Jeff.
Well, we've talked all week that there was some talk that they might not have the parade this year due to the construction and the roads that had been revamped and reworked. I know they did a test run at the Veterans Parade this year, and it's a little bit different from that route as well. But we'll see. I mean, they've got some obstacles. The parade is basically lining up on Market Street. Market Street's closed to the public, but the parade will still come down Market, and when you turn on Main, it's more of a straight shot, and it's a little bit shorter this year too.
And it'll be interesting to see who's participated this year versus in the past.
Right.
And Dallas, what were you doing this time last year with the parade?
More than likely, I think I was here with you guys, sitting here but in the studio.
In the studio?
So, like I said, this is first time I've done a parade, but the parade's always a good event for everybody throughout the community. So, like I said, I'm glad we're doing it this year, and hopefully there's many memories and many people that are involved.
You can tell that it's compact now, Tim, with the barricades and stuff, and that always makes it a little tighter. I will say too, Tim, I told her we would. Regina's usually here with us, our trustee Copeland, and she's got a church event tonight, so she couldn't be here with us, and we always miss Regina. She does a good job, and she does like to talk. She knows everybody.
Yeah.
When she started a few years ago with us, it was good to have her because she carried us through on some of the parts.
Well, and of course, tonight the weather is actually working well for us as far as the parade. It's not too cold and it's not rainy, and so that has helped out a lot this year as well. You'll notice that we're on a split screen at the moment. In just a moment when they begin, we're going to go just to the parade scene. But Jeff, I will say this, when we get together, we tend to like it better when we're not seen, just heard maybe.
Well, that could be the case. Like I said, Andy is moving the camera around. There's a pretty good crowd there.
I think he's trying to show the crowd, like I said, for really a kind of a new tradition and everything. So it's kind of good to see the whole crowd, really the community coming out to support tonight.
Well, and you can notice the lights are starting to pick up, so I believe they're probably on the move. I see the flag coming around. Yeah. So
I wonder. I know they still lined up down Eagle Bend. I wonder if they let them as it got closer to 6 come on down Market there. I don't know. Usually there's about 100 to.
Well, when I was driving through earlier today, I mean, they were having a line out behind the Ace Hardware, kind of down by J.C. Park. So I think they were really lined up in Eagle Bend. I think they probably just let them get down there maybe 5-10 minutes ago.
Right.
Well, obviously we just saw the American flag, and they've started the parade now. You can see the lights on the cars coming through. But this year's Grand Marshal, we all know him well, Bear Stevenson. Very excited for him. I know it's a great honor for him, and certainly he's well known in this area, not just as an auctioneer, but just as a good friend, and we're very proud of him.
Yeah, he is riding shotgun there, I'm sure, behind this start of this early part of this parade, and it is getting closer.
It is. So what are you thinking about this year's parade, Dallas?
Hopefully there's many people. Like I said, I know there's a lot of talk as there's a lot of construction in downtown Clinton right now. Like I said, Market Square's closed to the public as we're adding some new buildings and some new restaurants and all that jazz. So it's good to see that. But hopefully there's a lot of people out and about.
I know had been a candy issue, Tim and Dallas. You can hand it out, you can't throw it, and there was some, I don't know if confusion's the right word, but some concern that they wanted candy thrown, and I understand not security, but injury issues in the past, which I don't know. You don't want anybody to get hurt, but it was a little bit of an issue.
Well, I know that there's a lot of folks that are in the parade that wanted to throw it, but I certainly understand the factor of people being hurt. I know that one year we even made comments watching children that were trying to get out closer to the candy, and the closeness and proximity to the floats and to the vehicles was somewhat unnerving a little bit.
Can be.
But again, I think they've barricaded it well. It looks like that they've taken safety into consideration today, and
Well,
hopefully everybody will be safe.
I know last night in Rocky Top, we were in the Rocky Top parade, and we always throw candy there, and we're all conscious of the safety part, and I know the parents did really well to make sure their kids didn't get in the way and have issues that might get somebody injured. So that's always good. It looks like it's picking up a little bit here now. We see the police come, and then here's Anderson County High School Junior ROTC.
They had a special event just a couple of weeks ago where they honored and recognized the ROTCs for Anderson County, Oak Ridge, and Clinton. And it was a very impressive showing, the number of people, both men and women, that are in these programs. And these young men and women put a lot of time and effort and energy in these ROTC programs.
They do an excellent job with that. Those kids are well trained and well disciplined, and it's an excellent program.
I'm glad they didn't let Bear drive that Mustang. he might have had a little lead foot if he got the opportunity, huh? And of course, I think that you see the kids over there with their bags. I think that they're going to be somewhat disappointed with not having candy tossed out. So,
well, we'll see. Like I said, you could hand it to them if you walked in it, and that's, I don't know how many walkers you've got, and and I really don't know what I won't say hold up, but I thought there's a
little bit of a gap.
There's a gap right there, yeah, and that always, you just don't know what the...
So for you folks at home, we certainly are excited that you're with us tonight and that you're following along as the parade takes place tonight. I know that a lot of folks that are watching from home, they're either there because of illness or something like that, and so to those folks that are sick and can't be out tonight, we certainly wish that you get well soon, and certainly we're thankful that we can bring this to you in spite of the fact that you can't get out and about. But Jeff, it's always good to have people, watching at home with us for whatever reason they may not be able to make it to the parade, and it gives us an opportunity to sort of be of service to them.
It does. Channel 95 is very important to our community, and they give us eyes and ears to events and things that we might not be able to get out and see. And I don't know. I guess that's a vehicle, obviously, but I don't know.
Speaking of, we have some time between the floats coming in. I'd like to say we have a ball game this upcoming Friday, the 12th. We're covering the Clinton Dragons versus the Oak Ridge Wildcats on ACTV. Girls game will kick off about 6 o'clock, and boys will be between 7:30. So hopefully you'll tune in if you can't make it to the game to watch some high school basketball.
And they play twice this year, is that correct?
Clinton and Oak Ridge?
Yes.
Yeah, they'll play twice, but we have the Clinton and Oak Ridge game, and then the Anderson County Mavericks and Clinton Dragons. We'll be covering both of those, and then I think we're covering the Anderson County and Scott County or Gibbs game. I can't remember off the top of my head, but it's one of those. So we'll have 4 games we're going to cover this year. So
Will you be announcing those?
absolutely, Lord willing. So
All
That'll be a good ball game. I think
And we do have some folks handing out candy, so I know that's going to make
this candy thing
makes
is
the
what's
kids a little
kind
bit better.
of, well, it'll make them, but that's what's slowing it down. I see the issue. They're getting out, giving out candy,
And then here's Mayor Burton coming through. And following Mayor Burton, I can't quite see some of these vehicles, but I'm
Farley. Yeah.
comes Rex Lynch, our circuit court clerk. No,
That
I'm
is not
sorry.
Rex.
I'm sorry. That's not Rex. That's County Mayor Rex or Terry Frank. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's the slowness, Tim. These getting out,
Candy.
passing out this candy.
Yeah. And then here's the Air Force Junior ROTC from Clinton High School.
They got a big group tonight.
At the ROTC, the ceremony that they had a gentleman that was also doing, I'm going to say the twirling, if you would, the rifle part of it. And it was very interesting watching him do that and how talented he was.
There is the Clinton High School cheer team. I was about to shout out my cousin Hannah. She was in front, but they kind of walked by a little quick, so I'll shout out her. She's a senior this year. And it looks like we have Anderson County and Clinton High School's band marching through here.
Seems like they're early in the parade. They're usually kind of more staged in the middle to back, I believe. But they're up front this year. It's always good to see our bands.
I think both bands this year have actually done really good in their competitions. I think they're competing a lot, which is good. So it's good to see those. Since we really don't hear much about them, but it's good for them to get out and compete and continue to do really good. There's Clinton High School's band director, Matthew Dempsey. He's been there for a couple of years. I don't see Anderson County's band director yet, John Lemore, sorry.
And right here, where our camera is set up, there's a little island, concrete island there in the middle, and so they're trying to also get the bands to sort of narrow down. You can tell that they're just basically 5 wide to make that little narrow opening there.
There's AC's band director up there. Got him a big Christmas hat on, and then
Those are big bands, aren't they? I think they combined them as we saw. Yeah, they put that, I don't know what you would call it, an island or
more
a
of
curb.
a meeting.
Yeah, in the middle of the street there, right before you get to the courthouse. And it will slow it down, especially these bigger flows. Me and Tim have talked about that to see how that flow is going to go, and it will affect it, won't it?
It will, and there'll be a little bit of slowdown for some of these floats, I'm sure, just to make sure that they do make it through there. Of course, you know, you don't really know until you try it what it's going to be like. So this is trial by error, I guess. But nice looking Bronco there.
See who that is? That is. That is Daniel Forrester, our county chancellor. we'll give them a shout out. His daughter Chloe plays golf for me at Norris Middle, so always good to see them.
And then this is Josh Anderson. He's on county commission running for mayor this year.
Yeah, these gaps are slowing it down. I don't know how effective that will be, but it is slowing it down, and that's. How do you feel about that, Tim, as we watch the?
Well, the parade route is shorter this year, so I mean you've got some excess time built in. So I don't know that it's really in the long run going to affect the length of the parade. But at the same time, it's probably
Well,
going to be annoying to the people in the back.
I know that when I do the Oak Ridge Parade, they have kind of the same policy, and usually you've got a driver driving the vehicle, and then whoever's passing out the candy just keeps going. You don't go back and forth, so that helps a little bit. But if it was raining, it would definitely be a little bit more of an issue.
And it looks like we have
Barbara Vickery. She's running for County Commission District 5. And then this is Rex Lynch here, who's our circuit court clerk.
He's got that Santa on the front. That's what he had last night. And there's his dog, DJ.
And then next on the list, here comes Anderson County Sheriff Russell Barker, as he's got his lights on and waving to everybody.
They always bring some of their vehicles, and it's always good to see that, to show the lights and things that go with it.
So Jeff, when we talk about the parade from year to year, there's always those little nuggets of conversation we have where we talk about how this one did this or that one did that. What was one of your favorite memories of the parade growing up?
I just think, back then, they were daytime parades.
Mm-hmm.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, they started at about 10:30. So it was a different time, obviously, and a different time frame during the day. But it was usually cold, and just being able to get, we had Cub Scout walks, and you had your church floats, and that's what I think is important when you have your community involved, and you have your churches working together, and your civic clubs and things like that come together, because that's what it's about, really.
One of the memories that I have is standing out there and it being 3 or 4 degrees that year, and I don't remember what year that was, but I was young, and I remember that, just thinking, just how cold it was and how painful it was being out there.
Yeah.
Dallas, what about you?
I honestly would say most time when I would go, I was in it a couple times. Got to play Joseph one year, got to ride on a reindeer one year, but most time I'd go stand with you guys. So it's always been cool to kind of see everybody throughout the community and really getting to just enjoy it. As like I said, a lot of this stuff you don't get to see these people much throughout the year, so it's kind of good to see everybody come together right here at the end of the year at the holidays.
And of course, this is Colt Jennings running for sheriff. And then this is Denise Palmer. She's on county commission. She's District 2 here in Clinton. And then this is Rick Scarborough. He's our state rep. And then here comes the Grinch. That's always my favorite. I think that's one of the neater shows that you get to watch during Christmas time is the Grinch. And
My favorite Christmas movie, the original,
Yeah.
not
this is Valley Medical.
Proud with them as well.
I think that that by the time you get handing out all this candy, that you sort of look up and realize that you've fallen behind, and then you're trying to catch up. But it looks like that these kids are more than willing to take the candy that way as being tossed to them as well. So
A lot of candy's been given out thus far, and we're just a few minutes into it and stuff. So it's a big night for everybody.
Henderson County's fairest of the fair.
That seems like the fair was just a few weeks ago, but it's been 6 months almost.
I think this right here is Clinton High School's choir group.
It is.
Because I saw Bohannon, he's the director, he's been doing that for a while as well. And next you have Blaze, and Blaze Cheer and Dance. They're at Clinton Elementary. That's their dance team and cheerleading team.
I know that program has really took off the last few years, hasn't it, Tim?
It has, yeah.
A lot of these elementary schools throughout the county have added sports teams. I think it's been really beneficial because when they get to middle school and high school, they'll be ready to go to compete at the level they need to be at. That's why I was telling somebody the other day, I said, I wish we had that when we were kids. They started about 2 years after we left.
I see
That's a big
snow
group.
coming. It is a big group. I see some snow back there, Tim, coming up. It didn't feel like snow when we come in, so we'll see. It might have turned off cold.
Here's the Blaze basketball teams. Might be team. I think it's teams.
Yeah, Jeff Little's got his team in there. Jeff's been a coach for years and does a good job with those kids.
And here we have Uten Law Firm.
Well, so far the curb in the middle of the road I don't see, but here's our first one. He is going left there, or right, I guess, and I think he'll be able to get through. But that's
It's a big float.
if you've not been down Main Street next couple of days, get down here and try to. They've got it marked with barrels during the day, and I'm glad because it'll take me a few times to get used to it.
And here's Dream Dance Studios.
They're always in the parade every year. They do a good job.
So Dallas, I take it you never tried dancing?
No, that's one thing I've really never partaked in. So
My daughter danced when she was younger, and we would end up going to the different events that they hosted and the different recitals and everything, and she really enjoyed it. But they actually had me dance with her one time, and
that'd have been a sight to see.
it was not something you wanted to see at all. But
I'll take your word for it. I don't know if I want to see it either.
Man, this is a big group for the Dream Dance.
Yes, they have many.
They got 3.
Yeah, they've got. They're always very active in our parades and community, and they do a lot of hard work. These ladies do a good job.
And while there's a little bit of a lull here, we certainly want to give a shout out to Andy, as he's the one that's filming this for us, standing out there right on the middle of Main Street for us.
Just don't forget Ryan. He's our
And Ryan.
I'm gonna have to give a shout out here on the next float, as that's Scott Page driving it. Love him and his crew, me and Eric and Zach and all of us going together. So this is the SF float. This is a pretty cool float.
They put in a lot of hard work. I know they had a good one last year, I think, Tim, if you remember, and they do a lot of hard work with that. And I think, are they still giving out first, second, and third place for the best float, I think, still?
I don't know.
I know they've changed a lot of that. There's a committee now. Some people think it's still the chamber, but the chamber's kind of out of it now. They let there's a board that kind of oversees policy and how the parade's going to do, and they organize it and stuff. And I still think they give first, second, and third. I'm believing it might be first and second, but I think it's the first three.
I did like their shirts they had on there, the button-up Christmas shirts with this. I thought those were pretty cool.
I think the candy's getting faster. I think you've got walkers that are with the floats kinda, and they're moving a little quicker, and this is a pretty arrangement as well, Tim.
Yeah, big old army truck. I got a light right there to see who it is, but I can't tell, but it's a beautiful
A lot of hard work.
yeah.
Oh, they've got their, look at that, Tim. They've got their, when you're out of candy, you just went and get you another bag. I like that.
That's also pretty smart.
I like that. That gets it in quicker.
Right here we have
Aquatic
Marine.
I'm not sure where that's at, Tim. Do you?
Putting Highway.
Thank you, Ryan.
Our producer said.
That's why we have Ryan with us to bail us out when it gets quiet and we don't know what to say.
Don't know who this is. I can't read their sign.
Can you make it out, Tim?
I cannot.
Glad they're in the parade tonight. Here is Millstone.
Milestone.
Is it Milestone? Millstone. Milestone. Sorry.
Milestone Church. Here in Clinton.
That's a pretty float. I like that cross in the tree. We talked about that last year. We have a good supply of churches that participate, and I know, like we said when we were younger, it was always good to see those and be active in that, and that has continued on as a tradition.
A lot of participation from our churches, a lot of participation from our businesses too. Without them, we wouldn't have a parade.
Not
And so
much.
it's good to have them showing up, and certainly their participation means a lot.
Look at that pretty car.
It's a beautiful car. Don't know who he's with.
That's my
but
buddy. He
there.
goes to Upwards a lot. I fix him a lot of coffee. He loves coffee, and we fix him a lot of coffee those Saturday mornings.
And this is Payday Loans.
And after them, here comes a pretty float. Looks like, can't read the side.
That glare gets it, don't it?
Yeah, it's a pretty float though. Old Candy Wonderland.
And Jeff, this looks like your truck right here, the one you wanted.
Well, it's a nice truck. I love those old trucks like that. Those are nice.
Of course, that's
Big Red's about to be that way. Oh, that was Chris and Linda Leon.
Well, that's what I was thinking. Did that tree fall, Tim, or was that the way? I guess it's where they had it in the truck.
They may have gone.
They were
Christmas tree
They were
shopping.
trying to do like a rustic Christmas
Okay.
tree shop, but I don't think the tree just fell
Well,
and picked it up.
well, listen, you've not rode on those roads much.
Yeah.
We were talking before we started tonight. I was hoping nobody, they're the, not potholes, but it's kind of rough.
And it looks like we have the Marlowe Volunteer Fire Department down here tonight, giving out candy and supporting the Clinton Parade. Good to see them.
Well, Jeff, what happens when you hit these lulls? What are you thinking if you were in the parade?
Well, well,
Is it
why? Yeah, like I said this year, like I said, there's so much. The parade's shorter, as we've said, and I do think this narrowing of Main Street here, it's not a big issue, but like this float right here, or trailer, I should say, you know, they're going to have to. I mean, they'll make it, but you just want to make sure you don't curb your tires or anything like that. So. I think the flow is picked up, and I think the candy issue has took care of itself because their walkers are there, and you know they're kind of with the flow with the walkers. Now this is a big float right here. They're getting out, so that's one reason why you got the lulls in it. And sometimes that happens, and it's not a bad thing, but it does. You know, especially if you're a spectator and you're wondering where it's at, you know.
Well, and some of these floats, you're sort of trying to measure things up too. Obviously, your route is a little bit narrower, and so you sort of want to make sure that you go through the street as best you can without, like you said, curbing or even watching out for kids and other things so that someone doesn't come out on you. But
The good thing about it is you can't mess up the road since they're redoing them all.
They've got some paving less, and they've got some sidewalk stuff there. They're not done. Now this. I think this is the biggest one to go through the narrow gate, we'll say. But I think he'll make it. It's a beautiful float.
That is made by Mountain Barn Builders.
It's pretty, isn't it, Tim?
it is.
You know, even the exit of the parade is different this year. It's going on past the courthouse and emptying out there at the Civic Center via turning at Rusty Wallace and going down Hicks Street there and emptying out into the parking lot. So that's a little new too.
And this looks like to be El Indio Mexican Grill.
Dallas gets his mail up there.
It's
He
pretty
eats
good
there-
Mexican.
He eats there a lot, Tim.
Me and my girlfriend Erin, we go there a pretty good amount. So it's good to see them out in it.
They've got a couple trucks, it looks like. They've got their candy they're passing out. I'd say those bags are heavy this year, guys, of candy, don't you think? I think these ones that we've seen, they've definitely got their bags full this year, haven't they, Tim?
Well, and they've gotten creative on how they're doing it. Obviously, we saw the one group that had bags that you drop one off when it was empty and grab the next bag and you'd start handing it out there. And Others, I noticed that they had buckets that they were carrying around, and they'd just go to the one big stash of candy and empty candy out into their buckets to hand out. So they've certainly been creative on how they've gotten the candy out to the kids, for sure.
And next in line is
McGuire Roofing. Some of these trucks have, they've really put some time and effort into decorating them, and you know, certainly all the lights that appear on some of them, and I mean, they're pretty impressive. And this is community action, I believe, isn't it? Or Community Aid Coalition. And Jeff, I believe this is, again, right there, one waiting for the other to go, and trying to give them room to do their thing going by that little island there.
I like that sign. Jesus is the greatest gift of all. Amen to that. Here's another float. I think it'll make it through.
I was sitting here looking at some of the crowd, Jeff, and noticed this gentleman over here with the lights around his neck blinking on and off. And sometimes that you get in these parades and you just start people watching and seeing all the different folks and different things.
And there's the Clint Middle dance team. There's my aunt and uncle, Johanna and Gary. They're driving the parade. Didn't even know they were in it tonight. So, but basically they've raised me as one of their grandkids. So give them a big shout out. Love them. Looks like we got some more churches and community, and that's Morning Point.
That's a nice band there they decorated. Well, if we had a lot of snow like that, we'd be in trouble for a few days, wouldn't we, Tim?
Oh, yeah.
The general store.
That's a pretty cool float. I like that one.
Yeah, Tim said it earlier, the creativity is always neat to see. They put in a lot of hard work and work at it, and they do a good job. There's Clinch River
Home Health.
Well, Tim, this is what you need to start driving around town. That is a neat, neat truck. What do you think of that?
It's a nice truck.
It's a beautiful color for the season, it being red.
The next float we have has a Grinch blow up in the back, and it's
DLH Plumbing.
DLH Plumbing.
I always need to have a plumber's number handy, because you never know, do you?
I like that shirt. God's got my back.
can't see who this float's from. Merry Christmas from the War Boys. Oh, it's a little travel baseball team. Looks like.
I guess your son Tim Harrison's at Carson Newman. Are they off on break as far as baseball, or?
They are not. They go on break next week, and so if he's doing what he's supposed to be doing, he's studying for finals next week.
So that's good. So fall ball's over then, I guess.
It is, yeah. And
they crank back up in January, don't
they
they?
actually have their first game January 30th.
Oh boy.
And so
That's
it'll be an exciting time, no doubt.
6-7 weeks away, not too long. Seems like our sports go year round anymore.
It feels like it, yeah.
Especially for my sport. Like I said, coaching at Anderson County High School and Norris Middle as their golf teams. We have both those starting up here after Christmas. So excited for all that.
And here's Ray Varner.
They're throwing some candy out.
Next here you have the Anderson County Federated Republican Women's Group.
And of course, our EMS, our ambulance service here in Anderson County. And this is from Clayton, I believe. Yeah.
They're a good community partner here in Anderson County. Rolling in the floats now, Tim, I think. There's a small Santa. It's not the...
It's a pretty cool float.
Mm-hmm.
Then we've got right behind this float, we've got, looks like a candy cane top float.
This may be all. It's a pretty float. I think that is Anderson County FFA is what that is.
Yeah, I don't see a sign, but it's
But that's them. I know a lot
They
of
put
those kids are.
a lot of hard work into that float.
Yeah, it's a pretty float. They've been working on that all week up at the school. Here's next is Varsity Zone. And then behind them is 96.7 Merle.
Of course, they bring both their vehicles, both Wish and Merle,
Yeah.
to the parade. And Jeff, it wasn't that long ago you were up at Wish sharing some things.
We were. Me and Regina went up Wednesday and did Ask Your Neighbor and talked about our new kiosk here across from the courthouse. be able to get your car tags, express service. We're excited about that, to bring that to our citizens. It's a pretty color red as well.
That's, of course, Dale Isbell, Curtis Isbell, as far as attorneys at law.
We got the Ghostbusters tonight. I didn't know they were Christmas this year.
Like they're there and passing out candy. Now this is Gary Long, our Anderson County Road Superintendent. He called me right before the parade started, and they were at Cross Street, so I don't know. I know that that's a good number of participants, but I don't know how close we are. There's a bigger one of the floats, Tim, as they get ready to slow down and push through. Really seen some beautiful floats and just some bigger floats, it seems like, doesn't it, Tim? From
Yes.
years past. Maybe I'm wrong, but
I couldn't tell which church that was, but
I thought it. These bags are keep getting full of candy. You can see it now.
Thought y'all were gonna bring some candy to throw out here in the studio tonight.
Tim forgot it. We'll blame that on Tim.
so Jeff, do you like it being at night better than in the day, or?
Well, I go back and forth. Like I said, I was raised when we were younger. It was a day parade. I like the lights at night, but sometimes I wish we could go back to a day parade for a couple years, just something different. But everybody likes a night parade, so I get it. What's your preference?
Well, I always liked the day parades, earlier in the morning, obviously. I think, like you said, it probably started around 10:30, and you could, I think it just was an exciting time starting early in the morning, but I don't necessarily not like evening, but I do think that the morning time was a little bit more exciting as a kid.
For me it was, but that's just personal preference. I know that in these parades, especially the Clinton parade, and I think you were in there too a few years back, we had to start early because there was a train coming through. I don't know if you remember that or not, but they had to get the parade going, so we did that and things like that. But everybody mainly likes a night parade. There's another Grinch. Not sure who this is. Can you tell?
Not tell.
I could not see what that said. sometimes the lights reflect and make it hard to see what some of them say. Isn't it?
And it looks like we have a pretty creative float here, but I can't see who it is.
FFA, I think.
I think it's Clinton
Yeah,
FFA.
yes it is. That is neat.
We've got Elvis.
Yeah, I think is that a actual mic or is he?
I'd say that's a pretend one.
I thought Tim was going to run out there and sing one with him.
That might be a real mic.
I thought it was.
Maybe a real one. Looks like we have Coker Rental coming up next.
Big piece of machinery.
Jeff, right here's your stocking coming in.
That is a big one, and then look behind that. That is,
Or if that passes coating.
that is a forklift, heavy duty,
People in it.
with people in it. That's correct. I don't think we've ever seen that, Tim, have we, that I know of since we've been announcing the parade. Do you?
I don't remember ever seeing that, no.
That gentleman's doing a good job.
And Jeff, it looks like there's going to be a
Pretty
big gap here.
Yeah, we're still a couple floats out, I think. So,
Well, I don't know. We're the gaps do make it interesting, I guess, for lack of a better word. It's, but I don't know. I don't know if this is candy that's slowing it down, or
I believe they're just walkers,
maybe that's it.
and I'm not sure what the holdup is quite necessarily, but
well, it looks like we're riding something. I don't know what that is, though.
I think it's got candy in it, and that's what it is. Okay. Have no idea.
Kind of a smart move, though.
And I'm not sure is that with the float behind it? I don't think it is it, Tim?
Don't know. You would have thought it would have been some of the riddle stuff.
Because there's two of them. That guy's going on, and then this guy's gonna. Okay, is that can you tell?
And it looks like we have the Anderson County High School Lady Match softball team.
They're passing out candy.
Behind them you have, can't read the sign yet, Clinton Middle School cheerleading team. There's Coach Varner for the Lady Mavs softball team. And behind them we have, they don't have a sign. See them, glad they're in it.
There's Santa Claus there. Looks like we have another loan company. Picking back up, I think, Tim, just a little. Definitely goes better if you've got walkers on the street passing as the floats go by, don't you agree?
I do, and of course, we've seen several floats that had Christmas trees on them. I think that we've seen them laying down in the truck. We've seen them decorated with lights, and then we've even seen them that are the blown up sort of balloon top. And yet all this creativity, and it's made it enjoyable to watch, and just amazing what some people's minds can come up with.
It does. This is one of those Grinch Christmas trees, I think it looks like. Can you tell?
It's brought to you by Tennessee.
Can you tell? Make that out.
Tennessee something.
Oh boy, here's one
It's
of those floats, Tim, that you said they've.
Cutting it live.
Jingle Jam. It's the name of the float.
No, I think that's an event they're having at the church and it's another float.
Well, thank you for that correction, son. I was afraid you'd let me slide on that. Here's another piece of equipment from, we'll see here maybe in a second. Clinch River
Construction.
Construction?
Contracting, sorry.
Contract, yeah. Kim, you need to rent something?
Call Rent-A-Center.
I think I'm good.
There's you that recliner for the ball game tonight you could watch.
There's a pretty truck coming up.
They have several walkers within it. This is Second Baptist Church, I believe.
It is. I think this is the used to be everybody.
I saw them working on it. I saw it out there this morning when I was at church. They've got snow.
Yeah. Don't see our children's minister, but there's our youth minister, Stanton Martin. Well, y'all probably know him. Good quarterback from Anderson County. And there's some of our youth right behind him.
Tim, I'll let you describe this one.
Well, it looks like a dragon.
That's what I'm thinking.
I'm going to guess
We
this.
know what that it means. It's football time, it looks like. Full playing dragons, don't it?
Yeah, it looks like the Clinton Optimist Football League.
That dragon's mouth moves. They've got a good sports program. These kids are having a big time.
And then this looks like to be planting something. Let's see here in a second. Looks like they're the cheerleaders for the Clinton Optimists.
And this one has a goalpost behind it.
Yeah, they got a big group down there for their Optimist program. While we have a break here in the action for a few minutes, I know it's not our typical sports night, but there is some big games going on throughout the country today. Some scores of interest. You have 28-7. The Georgia Bulldogs are up on the Alabama Tide with 7 minutes left in the fourth quarter. And then those are all the football games going right now. But basketball, we got Colorado State up on Colorado. UCLA's up on Oregon. What else do we have? That's really all we have right this second. Like I said, a lot of the games are later than not, as we have Virginia playing Duke and Indiana playing Ohio State, the big 1 and 2 matchup for the conference championship. So got a couple good games on tonight.
Tennessee plays Illinois.
They do at 8 o'clock in Nashville. Hopefully they don't get ran out of the gym like Kentucky did last night with Gonzaga.
Catching back up here, it looks like, Tim.
Also, we have another second. We'll talk about some of the sports teams throughout the community. We have basketball starting for both high schools and all the middle schools. I think both high schools and middle schools are having a pretty good year so far, as it's just kind of early this season. So I think there's a big tournament coming up over on Christmas break. So it's good to see those sports teams competing and getting ready for the postseason. Even though we just started, it's still a couple weeks away. And this looks to be Hippie Bowls.
Be careful, kids, getting back in that trailer. This is Ellison, Tim.
Looks like they were throwing out. Was that toilet paper?
They do. They started that around COVID, didn't they, Tim?
They did.
That's
Good for them.
something different.
Right here we have. I don't know what that was. Count it by real quick.
Silcox Bailey.
Okay.
A lot of lights on this truck.
You need to do that to your truck.
A bunch of them.
Is that a tooth?
Yeah, that is East Tennessee Orthopedic, I think. That's pretty cool.
That's a neat,
Yeah.
a neat way of doing it.
Yeah, got tooths on their heads.
They like that, Tim.
Again, very creative.
Definitely looks good on YouTube since there's not much hair there.
And we've seen a lot of
Contract.
heavy duty equipment tonight, haven't we?
Yeah,
I guess
and,
we have that every year, but I don't.
and if you think about it, I mean, obviously this is as much fun as it is. It's also serving a purpose for advertisement,
It does.
and so getting your name out there, that's part of it. And so, I mean, what better way to get it out there than having fun being in a parade?
Look at that big old truck.
It's a big one. That is a lift kit. There's
And this is, yeah, Jeremy and his group.
Got a big old crew with them tonight.
Matter of fact, I think he's.
I believe he was in the first vehicle that just went by. Got Frosty the Snowman and Santa.
This looks like to be waste management, or is it waste management? I don't think that's the name. That's the trash people.
Seems to have a lot of participants tonight, Tim. We're running a little bit longer than we did last year, I believe, but just a lot of, we were worried about the participation, but I think the roads really not slowed us down much, have they?
No, and of course this is free medical clinic. They, it seems like that obviously there's been some lulls in it, but it does seem like it's a little bit longer this year than last.
There's Olaf. This looks to be like Lowe's toes. Big old trucks.
They sure are.
Guess it's a horn. Right in front of this one.
What is that, Tim?
It looks like a bow on a reef.
There it is. Yeah, that's what it is. It's pretty. Quality towing. You can say our towing companies have been well represented tonight. Thank you.
Jeff, I think that your truck could carry that one, couldn't it?
Maybe. A lot of big trucks.
Well, at least if you were in the parade, if you broke down, you'd have somebody that can pick you up.
You sure could.
The CUB.
Looks like they got pretty cool float.
They sure do. They put a lot of work into that.
Little Hawaiian Christmas. I think we're coming up near on the end.
Yeah, I think I see Santa Claus back there.
Sandy's in town.
We had a special visit tonight.
I guess that's what they did. There's another CUB truck, and it looks like it's got a Hawaiian theme to it this year. And it is Mr. Sandy, waving at the kids. I guess he's can't throw candy either, Tim. I know when we were kids, we always looked forward to Santa because candy was always being thrown out, wasn't it?
Yeah, and typically you'd get candy canes from Santa.
You sure would.
Because that's one of Clinton's finest vehicles there,
There you go.
as far as for the fire department.
Well, Tim, I think it was a success. I was not concerned per se about the parade, but it all worked out good. The plan did, the bumps in the roads and sidewalks, but I think it's a good one.
Well, Jeff, let me wish you a very Merry Christmas, and Dallas, you as well.
Thank you.
It's been a joy to be here to watch
Absolutely.
the parade, and thank you at home for inviting us into your homes to sort of celebrate this time of year and the Christmas parade here in Clinton. But any final words,
Like
Dallas?
I said, it's very successful tonight. Like I said, a lot of people participating, and it's good to see the community come out and really support Clinton. Also, don't forget, I know I said earlier in the show, but we will be back this Friday night, Lord willing, for the Clinton Dragons versus the Oak Ridge Wildcats. So tune into that. But again, thank you all for letting me join you all tonight. It was a lot of fun. Hopefully we'll do it again.
Same to everybody. Merry Christmas, and we had a good time doing it, and we will be here, Lord willing, this time next year doing it again.
And hopefully next year, Regina will be back with us to help us with this. But again, I'm Tim Shelton. I'm Register of Deeds here in Anderson County with Jeff Cole, our county clerk, and with Dallas Cole, his son. And we just all wish you all of you a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.